Tip here, another recap from yesterday's video. Colin Murray Boyles didn't end up playing, so we just got the free square cash. He got a DNP, so it's just going to be on Mims and Knicks to cash out. Instead of, what was it, 9.5, it's probably going to be something like a 5.5x, but still, it's good. Slip stays alive, so we're going to wait for that Sunday game to cash. These two are actually still on the board. So if you guys want to get this in another slip, you can. And yeah, I just have to shout out the VIP slip that I posted on November 11th. Look at what happened here. Diggs made connection cashed, and if you guys remember in an earlier video this week, I actually gave that out to you guys for the Taco Tuesday play, and this was our slip that ended up chalking because of Macau. So it was an early chalk, but man, imagine if that correlation ended up working out. That would have been a clean 8.5x cash out there. So you could blame Macau for that whole slip. The correlation, everything checked out, the numbers checked out, but unfortunately could not get it done for the free slip. But anyway, we'll move on to today. I know they dropped a Flex Friday 40% payout boost, so we'll opt in here. Again, I'm only at 5, but you guys could put in whatever you want or whatever you have. You guys want to maximize all the promos and all the boosts that they give out, because it's important. This is how you make money long term. This is how you keep compounding your units. So this is what you're going to want to do there. And yeah, we'll just jump straight on the tool. As always, got to mention that I'm using the PC Sports Optimizer tool. We got PrizePicks Underdog Pick 6 up to get the best lines comparing back to the market and other fantasy sportsbook apps. So right off the bat, we're seeing a lot of purple for this early Friday slate here. So Darnell Mooney 36, 36, 36. This is not a bad one, but I'm really liking this Goga play here from the Magic game. Rebounds under 6. It's a minus. Again, you guys watched yesterday's video. I was explaining that if you ever see a minus in our average column, when you have a push prop, a prop that's not ending in 0.5, it just ends, it's a whole number, it ends in 0.0. It's one that you're going to want to get in. So you see here, there's basically, this just means that it's a plus 160 underdog to hit 7 rebounds and chalk us. So that's good. The bigger the number here, the better when it's you're going over the push prop that you want to be under on. But if you see these other ones, it's a bit easier to explain. You see that there's juice here pushing down towards him hitting 5 rebounds or less when the game ends. So him finishing with 5 or less rebounds, you want to see juice always on these push props. So like I said, you see juice on a push prop, there's a good chance that a lot of books agree with that, and you're gonna want to be all over this. Like, look at this flip play or this flip data read. This is probably our best friend here. Minus 115 to his under 5.5. So that means they think that there's a minus 115 odds to hit of him finishing with 5 or less rebounds, and that's what we need to green out the pick. Not even just push the pick at 6. That's for us to green it out completely. So we're gonna get in that play if it's still on the board. Perfect. And we'll just check the alternate line. So this is another thing that I want to touch very quickly before. You see his nearest demon is 6.5. So they think it's very likely that he's going to finish with 6 or less rebounds. So you see here the discrepancy even on the lines on PrizePicks is that he has a 1.5 jump from his regular 6 line to his nearest goblin line, which is 4.5. And he has only a 0.5 jump to his nearest demon line, which is 6.5. So even right there, you're seeing that the 6 rebounds is kind of, the books are saying it's kind of a high limit for him. I call it a nice ceiling for him. So you want to be under his ceiling projection, under the higher projection. So we're going to take his under 6 there. And we'll move on with this slip. So yeah, that was one of the purple plays we get in automatically. Just checking. Okay, so we got another push prop. That's Pat's juice again. We see Pinnacle minus 113 for Pat to finish with under 2.5 receptions. You got Bet Online minus 101. Anything else? Caesars minus 107. Yeah, DraftKings minus 102. Look at this, man. This is a perfect example of what I was just discussing. You have minus 101 average odds to his under 3, and you have all types of books saying that there's not favored, but there's a decent enough chance for him to finish with 2 or less receptions, and it's going to be enough for us to add him in the slip. So we're going to see if Pat's still on the board. He is. Slap him in less. No correlation there, but it's fine. We got a nice 2 purples to start off our slip there. We're going to keep running here. What else I like here? There's Drake Powell rebounds assist play under 4.5, minus 137 average odds here. Not too many books, but we got 2. It's going to be just enough for us to play this. I'm going to see this Powell play. And the reason I'm doing this is because it's an assist line. So I do like that we can maybe pair it with another guy on Brooklyn. I'll go sports. I'll filter it out. NBA. Let's go points. First game, I want to go Brooklyn. This works. Zaire's on the Nets. Only a yellow play, but what? I'm seeing FanDuel with his line at 8.5, and a lot of, well, the rest of the books have him somewhere around my minus 29 favorite on his under 9.5. And I'll just check something here. Let me check the Nets depth chart to see if they're on the same kind of unit. Okay, they are, and they're on the second unit. Powell, shooting guard, Zaire, small forward. So this actually pairs up really well. I know it's not a green play or a purple like we just saw, but this is going to work out really well. So we have Goga here, 6 under, Pat under 3, Powell under 4.5. This was our green play, and then Zaire to pair with them under 9.5. So this is gonna round up. That's gonna be a 4-man. I want to get in. It's a flex, so the best flex place for prize picks is gonna be a 5 or a 6 flex, just mathematically speaking. So at least want to get in one more play here. I'll try to round off a 6-man for you guys, but we'll see if I could squeeze in at least one more play. What I'm liking this Jawan Jennings play over 3.5 receptions. I know the 2 other fantasy sportsbooks app has it at the same price, but you see here BetMGM already has this line at 4.5. BetOnline has a -159 favorite over, -140 here, -150 here. Man, this is a good play. Nearly a purple. It's maybe 0.5% off from being a purple play, but I'm really liking this here. Let me see if they still have it on the board. Juwan Jennings, 3.5 catches. This is looking like a good play for me here. Cash in the last 4 games. Again, it's not a huge breaker for me, but just nice to look at. And then obviously I want to pair him with Purdy here. And I think he got cleared yesterday to play in this game, so it's good. Pass completions pretty much matches up the last 5. They hit in 3 of the last 5. Well, they connected on both of their lines 3 in the last 5. I just want to see if it matches up with the tool. So it doesn't. So this is a good example here to look at, because you see here his pass completions under 22.5 is favored, so it would be kind of dumb to overlook this and pair it. Although, what about his pass yards? So there you go, his pass yards is over. So what I could do here is I could go Juwan Jennings receiving yards under. Okay, so what in this case, I think I'm just going to round out the 5-man. I wanted to play Purdy pass completions 22.5, but they don't have him favored on the tool, and I kind of feel bad. Wouldn't feel right if the books have him as a favorite to go under, especially with this flip play at 21.5, and then to match him up with a Juwan play over, it would just be negative correlation, so I don't feel like going there. But it's good. We still get the 5-man flex, so we're gonna get a 14x instead of a 10x payout. We get the 14x for the Flex Friday payout boost, then yeah, we're gonna run this 5-man here. I'll get this video up as always as soon as possible for you guys to tail, and then we'll recap in the next video. Let's cash.